Hello folks, this is Sula again, and you're listening to a short commentary video for League of Legends. In this game, I want to focus on how we were able to turn around a game that was going badly. You can see I'm playing in a pre-made team with Curious George, who's playing as Galio, Mookie playing Pantheon, Cole playing Kassadin, and Donsky playing Nunu. And if you look, we're up against an all AoE team, area of effect spells, to a Nunu, a Galio, and a Misfortune, along with an Ashe. So what I'm going to start out here is by showing, I'm going to pick this up in the middle of the game and show a bad fight, one place where we were struggling, where we were not able to coordinate properly. So if you notice, Mookie's going to ult in here, and right here, I'm going to stop this, and I'll stop throughout this short video to focus on some of the plays. You can see Curious George is going to ult here, and he gets off a pretty good Galio ult. That's going to lead to a kill on the other team's player, on the other team's Nunu there. So that's well done. And now, right here, watch as Donsky tries to ult the other team. Right here, Donsky's going to ult the other team, but literally at the exact same moment that Donsky is trying to do a Nunu ult, I was clicking for the Janna ult because I was trying to blow them back. So the net effect is I'm going to push the entire enemy team out of Donsky's Nunu ult, and so that was really bad for our team. Unfortunately, I countered my own team's, countered Donsky's Nunu ult there and really messed us up, and that's largely why we come off on the losing end of this fight. I mean, we go 1 for 1, but we're really damaged, and we could have done so much better. So problem there was just not knowing that my teammate was going to ult. Okay, over here, this is a couple minutes later. This is going to be an example of an uncoordinated fight between our team. Look, notice that Mookie is in the top lane. He can jump in as Pantheon. Notice that Donsky's Nunu is in the bottom lane. So we have 3 here, and the enemy team likely sees that we only have 3 here, and so they're going to look to engage with all 5 members of their team, and we are going to end up being caught out of position and not coordinating our ults here. Anyway, this is going to start with their Galio player is going to initiate, and look right here, their Galio player is going to ult by the tower. This is a good Galio ult. You can see he manages to catch each of us. I think he might miss Cole, but it's very good in catching me and Curious George's Galio. So now notice what happens next. I'm going to stop this again. Watch right here, we get a Misfortune ultimate and an Ashe arrow right while the 3 of us are being taunted by the Galio ult. So this is really well played by their team, and the result is Cole is just going to get blown up instantly before this fight even starts and before our other 2 team members can get here. So I'm going to advance this again. Notice how Cole just gets killed right away, and so he's not going to be in this fight. So Mookie does indeed jump in, but notice Curious George is almost dead. He has to back out. We've already taken a ton of damage. Now right here, their Nunu is going to ult by the tower, and I'm actually going to do a good job of countering this. Watch, I'm going to blow him away here. See, there he goes. So I'm able to counter that ult, and Donsky's going to get off a very nice Nunu ult. You can see he did a ton of damage to their Ashe player, but we've just taken too much damage at the start of this fight. There's nothing we can do. Curious George was almost dead. Mookie's almost dead. We do manage to get 1 kill because their Nunu player got too aggressive in diving us, but we have to back off, and so we're going to lose our tower, and then we're going to take a lot of damage here at our mid tower. Donsky and I are going to do our best to defend, but we're pretty limited in what we can do. I'm just going to use Janna Tornadoes, Janna Shields to try and protect this as best we can. So we definitely came out on the losing end there. In all honesty, we were lucky to only suffer 1 death and only lose that tower. Okay, but here is where things start to turn around, and indeed, right here, once again, we're grouped up at mid, and we notice that the enemy team is going to do Dragon. So we are going to come and contest this. We're going to come challenge this. And in fact, this fight is actually not going to go very well, and I'll show why. Right here, Curious George flashes into the enemy team, and he gets off a nice Galio ult. But watch what happens after this. After this, the fight starts to go really badly for us, and I'll point out why. So here we go. Good Galio ult, then the rest of the team comes in. And right here, watch what the enemy team was able to do. They have their Galio ult and their Nunu ult going off simultaneously. I have gotten taunted by the Galio ultimate, so that means I'm not able to counter that Nunu ultimate, and the Nunu ult is going to hit pretty much everyone on our team, and it's just going to absolutely destroy us here. So very well played by their team, and now watch what happens as this goes off. We take a full Nunu ult, which just damages our team. They manage to counter the Donsky ult almost immediately. My heal from the Janna Monsoon isn't going to be enough, so now we've already lost Curious George and Mookie's Pantheon. I'm going to try to get out of here. You can see I try to flash out, but I'm being slowed, being kited by Ashe's freezing arrows, and they're going to kill me. So now they scored 3 kills on us. No, we haven't killed any of them, and our 2 surviving members, Cole and Donsky, are really beat up. But right here, they make the mistake of the game. All they have to do is push middle lane. They will assuredly get that first tower. They will likely get the next tower behind it too, and the inhibitor. Instead, they choose to back off and choose to go take Dragon. Now, Dragon's important and all, but when you have a chance to push into the enemy base, you should definitely take that over backing off to go and do Dragon, particularly once you've reached the 32-minute mark like this. I mean, we're well into mid, getting in close to late game, so this was a big mistake by their team. Then, instead of pushing mid, where our tower is almost dead, they back up to split push. They're going to send their Galio player mid, who is going to be countered by Kolondansky, and then the rest of their, you can see that there, then the rest of their team is going to go bottom lane, where they're beating up on a tower that is full health. And watch, now Mookie's going to jump in right into the middle of their team, and he's going to focus on their Misfortune player. So we are going to target Misfortune. I'm going to toss a Janna Zephyr to slow her. You can see right there, and combined with some nice damage from everybody, we're going to be able to finish her off. Now we're in the midst of a full chase, and this is when it's nice to have Janna and Galio speeding up your team. I'm going to catch Ashe again to slow her. Ashe runs the wrong way. She splits off from the rest of her team, and so we're going to be able to, Mookie's going to jump on her, and that's another easy kill. So now we've not only stopped their push and picked off 2, our immediate goal is let's go Baron. Because we've just killed the 2 damage per second characters. All their DPS has just been killed, which means it's going to be really difficult for them to come challenge us. They're going to have to go back to heal, first of all. And then secondly, even if they come to try to fight us at Baron, it's going to be a 5-on-3, which we have an extremely good chance of winning. So this was a really key play. There are 2 people getting picked off. It was just a silly decision, first of all, to split their Galio player off from the rest of the team. We didn't kill him, but he had to go back to heal. So he was forced to go back and split off from the rest of the team. And then when they all were pushing that tower in bottom lane, we were just able to get the Pantheon ult in behind them, and then pick them off one by one as they're retreating. So as it turns out, they're actually not going to come challenge this Baron. We thought they would. We were pretty sure they had a ward here at Baron, and maybe I should have gotten an Oracle on Janna. Janna's a good character generally to get an Oracle on, but in any case they decided not to come challenge that, and so we were able to not only push back, push into our base and score 2 kills, but then Baron off it as well. So we've gone from a position where we were really in trouble just maybe 2 minutes ago in game time into a position where we're now very strong. Okay, the rest of the team is going to go back and heal, but as soon as that's done, after they've had a chance to heal and buy, we are going to look to push again. And I saw that the enemy team was pushing the middle lane, so I decided to just make sure that they didn't get anything here. Just use Janna Tornado farm, push that back, and then look to engage. Notice that we're splitting Mookie off into the top lane. We are going to try to have him do a split push and then have him ult in. If they all go top to try to deal with him, then he can ult in somewhere else. And in fact, that looks like that is indeed what was going to happen. You can see Misfortune went up there. Now Mookie went back to base, and from there he can ult in. We're going to push down this tower and then have Cole and Mookie join us. And right here, I'll stop it again. Look at this situation here. This is a really strong situation for us. First of all, we've taken down that tower in middle lane, so if they look to fight, now they won't have the tower supporting them. Secondly, their Galio player is down in bottom lane, so he is out of position and will not be able to join in this fight. And then third, look at where Mookie is ulting. You can just see the circle at the top right part of the screen. Mookie's jumping in behind the enemy team in absolutely perfect position, just where we want Pantheon to be jumping in. And now we've also managed to catch their Nunu player sort of behind the rest of the team. So I'm going to start this up and we're going to watch the fight here. First, we're going to pop the Banshee's Veil on Nunu. Curious George actually misses on the Galio ult here, but Donsky is getting off a great Nunu ult right up there at the top of the screen. Notice how it cuts off the line of retreat of their Misfortune and Nunu players. So this is going to do a lot of damage to the enemy team because they're going to have to run into it if they want to get back to the safety of their tower. So let's start this again. There goes the Nunu ult, and look how much damage that done. You can see it takes off about a third of Misfortune's life, and it kills Soraka. Next, we're going to focus Misfortune. So I'll start this up again. We're going to go after her, and now right here, so now we've just killed Misfortune, and notice that the Nunu ult is going to hit all of us except that's why we have Janna on our team. So I'm going to counter this with a Janna's Monsoon. Boom, there goes that ult. That means it did absolutely nothing. That's going to lead to an easy kill on Nunu. Next, Ashe is coming in. It looks like she went to get their red buff, but we're going to have Mookie jump on her. Janna slow, snowball from Nunu. She dies easily, and now in comes their Galio, and he actually gets off a really good ult right in the middle of our team, but we've already gotten the tower. We've killed everyone else on the team. He can't fight us 5-on-1, so we're going to take him down, and we're going to score an ace. So once again, now we not only picked up Baron, we've also managed to ace the other team, score 5 kills. Not a single one of us died. I mean, I almost died, but I'm still alive. So that's going to preserve the Baron buff on all 5 of us for another 2 minutes or so. And we're going to score that tower too, and then get the inhib, and then we're going to back out. So really successful push for us here. Next, we're going to, after this, we went back, we healed up, we bought again, and then we were looking to get another good fight. So I'm gonna reference that here. All right, so here we are looking to push bottom lane. That's our goal here. We're going to try to push the bottom lane and go for that tower. So I had bought a bunch of wards, and I'm going to throw them up in their jungle so that we have plenty of sight for anyone trying to come over to bottom lane. And look what my wards have found. We see their Soraka player, and she's been caught out of position, so we are going to focus on her. I'm going to hit her with Zephyr to slow her. Cole is using all the cast-in spells. Look how much damage we're doing to her. Now, we're not going to kill Soraka because she has just so much freaking healing power, but we got her to burn her ultimate there, so she wasted it before the fight even started. Now, good Galio ult here. You can see he actually gets several of us, but nonetheless, we're going to be able to burst down Galio and kill him before the rest of their team even gets there. So notice we're going to kill Galio before the fight starts. Next, now look at this, dueling Nunu ults. We have a Donsky ult and their other team's Nunu ult here. So I wasn't even sure if I should counter this or not. I think I was trying to wait for Donsky to finish his ult and then use Janna ult. But anyway, I just thought that was pretty funny. Look at the green and red circles next to each other. Anyway, let's see how this works. I'm going to wait and try to counter their ult as soon as Donsky's is done. Semi-successful at that, I think. Anyway, Mookie's able to get a kill on Ashe up there. Their Nunu's chasing me, which is great because he's getting out of position. Notice how he's behind the rest of his team. Now we're going to concentrate on him, focus on killing him, and now Curious George is going to flash into the flash next to him, and then ult. You can see the little targeting circle. Great ult here. He manages to catch the Nunu player, and then from there it's going to be easy for our team to finish him off. So there we go. You can see we managed to pick off Nunu, their Nunu player, and then with only 2 people left alive, Misfortune and Soraka, they're not going to be able to defend this, and we would in fact get this bottom lane tower, and then the base tower, and then we would get a second inhibitor too, all off this initial Baron push. And I'm not going to show that because this is getting a little long. But anyway, that was how we flipped the game around. We would end up winning this game. We would end up taking this one. You can see really fun game, really good team game. Mookie and Cole got most of the kills, which is what we wanted. Curious George George played tank. Donsky did a really nice job with his ultimates, and you can see I played support with Janna. So anyway, just a short video. Wanted to focus on some of the key plays from that game. Hope you enjoyed it. And again, I'll do more games, do more full games later on. So again, thanks for watching.